The film starts by showing the character, Caroline. She was a nurse and she had no family. So she used to serve as a caretaker in an old age home. And she was attached to the people of this place because having no family. That person is died with whom she is most attached. Being sad, she decides to leave the old age home. Returning to the house, she casts a glance at the job advertisement in the newspaper. Now she decides to apply for this job. She meets with her friend, returning to her house. And she also reveals about new job. That girl responds on it, but Caroline is not convinced by her. Because she never trusted in such things. The next day, when she goes to that place, there, where he introduces her to a couple who had needed a caretaker. Because that man named Benjamin was paralyzed. The owner of this house says to Caroline that she had to care of this house along with Benjamin. Because that lady was unable to handle the whole house alone because of its big size. So she accepts this offer in the words of Luke. The next day, she departs to that mysterious house, taking her luggage, which was situated in a desolate place. She stops at the gas station on the way which was near to that house. It was so strange. Everything was looking very disgusting and filthy here. Then she notices a red dust line out of that gas station. But Caroline moves away, ignoring those things. Reaching the house, that lady informs Caroline about the whole task to perform. She shows her house and takes her to the room of Benjamin, who was lying on the bed. Being paralyzed, he could neither move nor speak. Mrs. Benjamin tells her about his diet and daily routine. And Caroline views the photo of two kids in the same room. A mysterious photo comes before as she picks that photo up. It was stated on this photo as Papa Justify and Mama Cecile. Now, Mrs. Benjamin hands her over the key which may open each door of this house. She feels strange while walking in the house. Because there was no mirror in the whole house. Then she says, "We have grown old now so we don't feel the need for a mirror now." After this, Caroline is seen while serving. It means that she is seen taking care of Benjamin. She brings her to a garden to freshen him on the daily basis. Mrs. Benjamin asks her here to bring some seeds from the store. Moving to a store, she observes a room there, which she had never seen before. Whereas, this key could unlock each door of the house. She tries many times but the door does not unlock. Then she returns to Mrs. Benjamin, taking the seeds. And she asks about that room which was not unlocking. Then she tells Caroline the time we have taken this house. In the next scene, when Caroline is sleeping, then she hears sounds from Benjamin's room. As a result, she wakes up. She quickly moves to the room where she had left shocked, not finding Benjamin on the bed. Because he was paralyzed. It is another thing to walk, he could not move any part of his body by himself. Now she is scared with it, thinking has he not received any harm. When she observes while peeping through his room's window that Benjamin is trying to escape from this house in this terrible storm. And Caroline immediately calls Mrs. Benjamin for help. Now, Mrs. Benjamin asks her to bring the wheelchair, reaching there hurriedly. As Caroline enters the room to take the wheelchair, then she notices a written phrase, "Help me," on the bedsheet. Then she quickly goes for the help of Benjamin, hiding this bedsheet. The next morning, that man, Luke, comes to their house. He was the lawyer of this family. And he also used to take care of them. Caroline brings him here to show the bedsheet that she had picked from the room of Benjamin at night. There was stated nothing as she unfolds the bedsheet. Then she thinks it is her hallucination. And Luke hands her over his visiting card, seeing her upset. So she may contact him if she is in trouble. Now, Caroline was confused here. The disappearance of the written statement on bedsheet, moving Benjamin outside. Now the connection of all these happening appears to Caroline with that mysterious room, which had not been unlocked by her key. So she goes there for detection. Then she catches the sight, using the hairpin. After this, that room is unlocked with the same key. It means the key that she possessed, where the things of the ritual or wizardry equipment had been placed there. And she also discovers an audio cassette. There was a written statement, "Conjure of sacrifice." At the same time, Mrs. Benjamin arrives here, from whom Caroline immediately hides, thinking why had she come here? And why did she not react finding the unlocked door. Caroline listens to that cassette as Mrs. Benjamin leaves. Noticing everything, she calls her friend at a hotel, where she tells her about that room and all happenings that occurred with her. Caroline's friend responds on all this conversation that it is Hoodo magic. Now Caroline's friend informs her about Hoodo's shop to prove her told story. Because these stories were not believed by Caroline, she rather used to believe in the ritual sites. So, Caroline enters that house, holding a mirror. Mrs. Benjamin scolds her too much on it and reveals the truth of this place. This room was used many years ago by two African servants, whose photo had been seen at the start of the movie by Caroline, who had performed hoodoo magic on the kids of that time. Due to this, all four died. And she also informs that we don't keep mirrors in the house for this cause, because they see the reflection of Papa Justify and Mother Cecile in the mirror. Mrs. Benjamin tells it is the belief of the followers of Hoodo magic. If Hood magician performs the Hoodo magic on the red dust for them, then they keep all evil things away. Caroline reminds that gas station on this conversation, which had also been viewed at the start of the movie, where Caroline had also observed red dust. Caroline understands that Benjamin is also paralyzed under the effect of Hoodo magic. Then she goes to the Hoodo shop told by her friend. And the shopkeeper of Hoodo shop provides some tools and instructions to Caroline. Now she returns home after collecting a bulk of information. Afterward, she is seen performing Hoodo magic on Benjamin. But he begins to recover surprisingly. And he is also able to utter the words. He pleads, Caroline, save me from my wife. Unfortunately, Benjamin's wife approaches there all of a sudden. Caroline makes an excuse on her arrival, so he may not capture. Now she meets Luke and tells her that I suspect Mrs. Benjamin, that she is responsible behind this condition of Benjamin, where she had noticed that red dust. She meets the owner of that place who was a blind lady, and she asks her about the conjurer of sacrifice. That lady tells her on it that he enters the body of another person through Hoodo magic, and he also leads his life. It means that he grabs his life after hunting him. Pairing it, Luke and Caroline agree with it. It is Benjamin's wife who had committed it with him. And they throw the ritual red dust at the door of her house to make it confirm. When that lady remains unable to cross that door in reality, then they believe in themselves and Hoodo magic. After this, she was going to escape in fear after taking Benjamin from here. Unfortunately, the main door is locked. Then she tries to escape, hiding Benjamin in that building. Now a great reality is exposed, reaching Luke's office, where the climax of the story arises from here, where she comes to know that Luke and Mrs. Benjamin are the partners. She had become the target of Hoodo magic, not Benjamin. At the same time, Luke appears from the backside, and he drags Caroline to Hoodo magic house after tying the rope around her neck. And Caroline's dispute is started with Luke's partner, Mrs. Benjamin, where Caroline falls that lady down, defending herself. That lady's legs are fractured during this. Now she reaches the ritual room, hiding from both of them and using that red dust. And she begins to recite something while standing in the ritual circle drawn there. That lady tells her that you have imprisoned her in this circle, as she glimpses in the mirror adjusted at her backside. Then she also observes the reflection of herself and all the ritual characters of the story. Later, she also views the reflection of Mama Cecile. And the recording, Conjure of Sacrifice, is automatically played with it. And all the candles are also blown out. And two souls are switched into the bodies. And Mrs. Benjamin, about whom it is revealed here, that she is the soul of Ma'am Cecile. Now she had transferred into the body of Caroline. And Caroline's soul had transferred into Mrs. Benjamin's body. Ma'am Cecile makes her drink a poisoning drink here. Due to this, she is also paralyzed like Benjamin. And she loses the ability to utter a word. It is also exposed here that Luke is also possessed by Papa Justify. He used to extend his life age through his ritual, using the bodies of other people, and he had also transferred his soul to both of the kids before. And they used to wait for those people who used to believe in Hoodo magic. They made her believe strong in Hoodo magic after her arrival, and they completed their mission. Luke and Caroline's souls are seen in those old people's bodies here, who had been taken by an ambulance which had approached after the call of Caroline. On the other side, Mama Cecile and Papa Justify had rejuvenated again. And the movie completes this scene showing it.